G'day guys, welcome back to these videos. This is part 2 of this cue ball wizard pinball machine that I'm restoring. So far I've stripped it down to this section here so I can show you guys what I've done. Check my first video, you'll see how much shit was on the play field, how much grime and all this. So I've put a big high bay above so you guys can sort of see closer what I've been doing with it. And what I'll do now is I'll give you closer views of what I've noticed since I've stripped it all up. I'll show you the parts that I removed. If you have a look around here and all this brown stuff around here, what's happened with that is the condensate globe on this playfield has been on for so long of its age that it's burnt the timber. That's what it's called, stain. Okay, so I haven't cleaned in there. I'll try to get rid of the grime. So there's one of the issues. Then you can see the posts have gone. They're called post spins. They spin around on the playfield. There's some. You see that little bit of yellow post where it's broken off. Oh, see, I've cleaned. You can sort of see where I've cleaned it up. You can see the cue ball down before it was all grimed up. That's why I put this big high bay here so you guys can see. It's coming up well. Like I said to you, this will come up really well. Oh, hang on. I need a drink. Oh, hang on. Guys, I need a drink for my video. Hang on. I've already poured it. So, yeah, let me continue. All right. Continuing on. All these marks around here, I'll try buffering them out. I didn't buff them to show you guys. But that's what happens over time with the... oh, for fuck's sake. Hang on, guys. Hang on. Oh. All right, I've got to get rid of my phone there. All right, now don't you love it? I should have put it on silent. Yep, but half in past the again. So yeah, so what I'm doing is you can sort of see the post wedged in there over time, but in there, so you can sort of see it, how much work going into this. Yeah, this took me about just over an hour to strip. I don't take notice. You know, if you put pride in your work, you don't care how long you spend. So see, I've taken all the caps off. I'll show you those later. They're in the box. I'm going to order new ones, like I said to you. One thing I can't get is the bloody cue stick. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So in here, this is what got me stuffed. This is where the ball runs around the horseshoe. This is called the horseshoe shot. And all this grime, I've been at it for a while, trying to work out what the hell this shit is. But once the thing's on top of that little playfield, you won't see it, basically. This is the one that moves the arm around. Basically, the post, I can't work out what, I've spent a bit of time trying to grime out the grime. So some places you can see that I haven't spent any, see here, you can sort of see that I haven't cleaned it properly, just to show you guys the video on what goes inside to do a job, basically. So yeah, basically you sort of can see what I've basically done. I have put, you can see all the posts have been removed, basically, all the posts have been removed. And that, so yeah, so this is what a strip down is basically. And what I normally do is I've left a post. If you go, hey man, why are the screws still there? Where's that post? Well, it's called old age. How do you remember where they all go in? Unless you take a photo or you put them on a foam and you lay them out. So what I've done is I just put them in there. So if I want to clean them out, I'll just pull them out. Remember, I'll put them on a foam, clean them all up, put them back into its position. Basically, this is what I've done so far on the playfield from underneath. Okay, underneath the playfield. All right, remember, you got sort of, hang on, hang on. I can't do two things, hang on. All right, all right, you can see I've removed the plastic cover. The yellow's gone out, but I've left this. Have a look at this type of repair job. Have a look at that. That's what you call a half-eaten pasty, all right, without the sauce. So I've given it a good scrub inside, a vacuum cleaned inside, gave it a good clean, okay, and you can see that I've left these posts. These are longer posts. They go into the slingshots. They're longer. I'll show you that. Oh, okay, coil sleeves. Remember I told you you'd have to change the sleeves because the grime, no one changes for $1, whatever you buy them for, they're not worth shit, you know what I mean? Here's the new, here's my new flipper bats that I've got heaps of Gottlieb parts I bought back in the 90s from out of Chicago because I'm a hoarder. So you can sort of see, I'll talk to you, someone goes, yeah, what type of tools do you use? These are actually a craftsman set. I bought these out of Sears, out of the US. People out of the US know what I'm talking about. I bought the whole set. I got another set for another guy because he saw them. And the plumb bolt is missing. Someone's removed the old plumb bolt. So I've got to get another one of those. So I've got to get those out of the States. So I'm making slowly a list of what I need. So yeah, that's the bottom of the playing field. It's in good nick except for the half-inch pasty. What the hell is that? Oh, let's see. There's a bit of plastic. All right, so basically, at least with a high bay light, you can sort of see what's going down. All right, slowly. Now, remember the flipper units. Hang on, let me put the camera on the tripod. Do the miracle. All right, you see that? Remember that they put the they put the Williams stuff inside, basically. So see how I replaced it with 3 screws? I'll put it with the 3 screws. The Gottlieb was the only ones who actually used 3 cap screws. They're called cap screws. Everyone else used 2 of them, and with 3. If one comes loose, your coil stop doesn't move. If you had a Williams or a Data Reese and that, or a Bally, they're all the same. If you always see one screw came loose and it will wedge out and it will jam the flippers. These guys, everyone bags Gottlieb, but mate, they were sort of, their stuff was bulletproof. Okay, from even the EM stuff is bulletproof. Even their brackets, they're not as cheap as what the new stuff is today. Their new stuff is so shit, it's just cheap, you know. But these guys, they were using a fibre link. Okay, everyone else used plastic for their links. But yeah, man, but the games don't play well. They're pretty shit, you know. Yeah? Or have you played a game that's been fully shopped out, brand new out of a box, and then play one that's been butchered, you know, like this? I'll show you what the story with this is later in my mystery box that I've pulled out. So I put the new ones, I put the new circlip, if you could sort of look in there, there's the new circlip, you know, which they use the cable tie. Remember to check the video out. So this is the right way of putting the coils in. A lot of people put the coils back to front with a diode here. The reason they're putting this in here is because when the plunger keeps going in, bang, 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 it won't break the coil or the wires of the Tiggo. Data Reese came up with this idea on theirs in the beginning. Okay, if you don't believe me, Google it, give me an insult or whatever, I don't care. Trust me, I've opened up enough brand new bloody pinball machines back in the day when Data Reese came out. So that's why they've done it this way. So when the plunger hits the back, it won't break the coil, the diode on the back of the coil. So basically that's what they've done. But as I said, quality workmanship, but a good working game. Whoever's going to get this back again, the person who owns this, he's going to go, wow, man, you know, it never played the way it was, but trust me. Okay? And by the way, all my videos are unscripted. The crap just comes out of my mouth as I talk. All right, so now have a look at the mystery bag. Okay, this is courtesy of the old man fishing days we used to go for squids and that. So here's that little, don't worry about that, was the plastic post. That's the underneath there. See the 2 targets, but they're, I've got to see, they see the 2 targets. Okay, they're supposed to be green. So what they did is they just put a stand-up target, and this is the original one that had broken off. So I've got 2 new these coming in. So you can still buy good parts, you know. The only thing I've got egg on my face is this cue stick. I've looked everywhere trying to find another replacement. I've looked at Toys Kids Shop trying to find another replacement cue stick. You can't get it. So I don't know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go, yeah, man, you promised the guy you're going to get him a new cue stick. And I've got egg on my face this time, you know. Now, check that out. So I said to you how the cap's broken in half. That's it. So compare here, this guy was in good nick, basically. So what else was it? Oh, that's the old ball shooter. See how... Oh, some guy goes, I had a friend of mine, I did have friends, he used to put graphite in there. You don't put graphite, it spreads like shit and it's conductive, you know. All you need is to change a dollar coil sleeve and it makes the life easy because the grime over time of the steel going into the hole. I wouldn't mind getting something into the hole at the moment. And going in and out basically, you know. Oh, another thing I found was wrong with this guy. These crank arms, the Gottlieb crank arms, are much better quality, better steel. Look at the thickness of the steel. What happened with this guy? That's why the end of stroke, when the end of stroke opens up, this is worn out. So I could have just sat there and smack, and done it, but no, I put a new one in. It's done its K. You can sort of see it's done a few Ks basically. I'll put a camera view. You can sort of see it's done a few Ks. Now, I replaced these flipper buttons because originally they're supposed to be bright red. Look at them, they've gone to it's up here. It's become a really dark colour. I've replaced those. Oh, the posts. What's in the goodie bag? Oh, what happens with the bats? They dry up. See what happens? They start drying up. And once they dry up, they start cracking, basically. So, mate, here's a set here. For a couple of bucks, you can still buy all these parts. These are standables. Okay, now another one is these posts. See how I said to you on the playfield before, how the posts were sitting there and the ball's banging away, smacking it, and they start breaking away. Don't forget, this game was what year was this? 93 or something it is. What the fuck is the date? Yeah, 93 I think it is. Or 94. Correct me, whatever, I can't remember. Okay, so see how it's sort of drying up? So when you put a new post in there, it becomes hard, and then what happens is the rubber on there, it'll tension the ball bounce much better quality. I'm actually getting silicone rubbers rather than the old black rubbers. Were not bad, they never dried up, but all the white ones, I've got white ones still in boxes that haven't dried up, but it's just something compound of the yellow. But I'm going to put silicone rubbers in this that I'm going to order soon. Oh, here's the plungers and links. See how I said to you, they use fibre, and see how much, that's a bit of play. That's not a lot of Ks. These are original. No one's replaced these, I can tell you now. And see how the end mushrooms out a bit? Over here, put in the camera, see how it sort of mushrooms out a bit. Now, here's the funny bit is, see the the Williams coil stop. See, I can't even get the bloody coil sleeve out. This is out of the coil. So when the plunger goes inside, does that. Have a look at this. What the fuck is it? The reason I throw everything in the box here is so I could sort of put it back into where it is. Oh, God. Oh, have a look how bad that ball is, man. That's copped a beating and a half. Copped a beating and a half. Oh, here it is, here. So have a look at that. See that coil sleeve? Oh, coil sleeve. See that coil stop? Oh, sorry, camera view. I should have had too many drinks. See how sort of the coil stop is sort of mushroom out a bit? This one here doesn't even come out. I'll give you, let me go and get you an original, hang on. Yeah, see, my note's not even prepared. Hang on, I've got a bag here. Have a look at the original coil stop. Okay, let me put in the camera view. See that? Now have a geezer at this Williams one. Okay, you put them together. Can you sort of see? Let me put them in camera view. Can you sort of see how much of a difference there is, the clearance? That's how much clearance there is. See the difference? So much. So then what happens is, I was telling another guy, is that your bat, okay, for a picture of my hand, the bat, when the plunger goes in, it will go that far up. So with the Williams, it went this far up. With the Gottlieb, it will go this much up. So your swing off your bat was eliminated because your coil stop was fatter. So the more you go in, the more you get the bat up. So when the plunger was going inside the coil, okay, it will sort of stop halfway out. It's supposed to go all the way in, but it will stop halfway out. So this game wasn't even playing properly, basically. So his flippers, his two flippers, here's my hands, these two flippers, they weren't going like that. Instead of going all the way up, so you have better friction on the bats, you're only getting halfway. So that's what happened with this guy's thingo. So, again, bad repair, guys. So, here. Remember I said to you, the drop targets. Here's the drop targets. I pulled them out. Yeah, man, we didn't see those in the playfield. See, so what happens is, the grime is on there. The coil sleeve, you can sort of put it in camera view. The coil sleeve is got a bit of grime on there. And then because it sort of sticks. I can feel it sticking. So what I'm going to do now is I pull them all out. I'm going to clean them all up. The targets have not cracked. If I have a good look at them, because I said I just took them off in that. So I'll get my mate who's going to do me the reproduction stickers. I'm going to clean all the targets up because they're still in good nick. If I see them any cracks in that, I'll change them. But they haven't fatigued. Sorry. So basically, so see, I put a right on this. I remember which side they come up. Yeah, man, they're all identical. Yeah, but I like to put whatever I take off at the same time. Because, as I said, I stripped this down weeks and weeks ago and started working on it so I could work out what parts that I need on this. So how do you remember from 2 weeks ago, I've already done so many different jobs. You know, today I just came back from doing a gate opener, an electric gate opener, because the solar panel wasn't charging up the guy's battery. So I've sorted that out. But so I get the targets, I put them in there, and then moving along. Okay, remember the side rails. See how the side rails are? How shit they are? See what the guy's done? They got a. These are not stainless steel. They're actually they're just normal thing. The reason these are rusting out because they're not stainless. They're just normal. Look, see, my magnet can sit on there. See, oh, now I've lost the screwdriver. They're magnetized. Okay, because it's just cheap shit plating. Okay, so it sticks. My little magnet. Okay, but if you see this, you can see it doesn't even grab. See right here, it's sort of grabbing. You look at that. Yeah. See, for a couple of bucks, I had these made years ago because I had a lot of System 3 pennies in my collection, and I've loaded a lot of them as well. So I've got these made. So I made a big batch. I'll put it in camera. You'll see what happens. So, mate, the thing's got. I'm gonna, as I said, have a look at the other one. Check that out. See how I surface rusted out here? Surface rusted? Because, yeah, they're just cheap plates, you know. Don't forget, 30-year-old. Okay, so the other day I went and saw my mate Sam the powder coater. And I got the legs back. This is called the poor man's chrome. Okay. Alright, this is poor man's chrome. Alright, check that out, okay? In the camera, they look great. What it is, it's actually, I got the legs I got the legs sandblasted, then I got them re-powder coat. This is actually a powder coat, sort of a poor man's chrome. Okay, it's better than all the rust shit inside there. The camera can't show it properly, but putting it on the legs, no one's going to see below the penny. It looks much better from a distance. It looks like $1 million, but as I said, and another one is, a lot of people. Hang on, give me the bolt. I've even done the bolt for the guy. So here, put the bolts in there. Basically. See the bolt? There. I've done those as well in the same setup. A lot of people... I keep changing... Where the fuck's the tape here? Alright. Gottlieb had a different size leg compared to the Williams. Alright? These are 28. These are 28s, okay. But they had two sets of leg sizes on the Gottlieb's, basically. You know, the legs were slightly different in lengthwise. Plus, do you see where the ream is? Put it in the camera view. You can sort of see where there's a name for this. It's called the stops the leg from warping. Stress line. That's a stress off the bar of the leg. Okay, you can tell a Gottlieb leg is by those. The Williams ones go all the way down off the leg. Basically, you'll see them. You know, so you can tell by the legs on a Gottlieb is because of that. Basically, you know, if it's a Gottlieb leg. So as I said, for the money, they look not bad. I can't get chrome. It's so expensive, and I'm dealing with a lot of dickheads who do chrome in Australia. So. As I said, chrome here in Australia has become a joke, okay? So, another thing is, see this? I got this from Gottlieb back. This is a genuine, real Mccoy. What this is, you put it underneath your post. See where you put that on the... Hang on, let me get the camera. What you do with this, you put it underneath the post, like so you can hold it from not spinning outside the playfield. That's what the idea of this is. So you can hold it so you can do the nut, okay? Sometimes this will fall out. So basically, that's what the idea is. So you can hold that from not spinning around. Great idea. This is a Gottlieb's design, okay? great idea. If anyone says I'm wrong, mate, trust me, that's the real McCoy. So, all right, so we've done that. Oh, what do I use to clean the playfield? A bit of elbow grease. So what I've used is, if this is just some cleaning detergent in a bottle, what I do is I normally spray where I'm spraying. I don't aerial shot it up here. I spray where it is, get it, and I keep working around it. You can see that I haven't got in there. And then for finishing it off, yeah, man, I'm old. I pulled out some of this. I bought this back in the day. Yeah, man. Recommended by Bally, okay? I bought this back in the late 90s, a fucking shitload off it, you know. I'm running a bit low, I haven't got much left anymore. And I like this, okay, I use it. You can use whatever you want, but I use this, okay? So I've stuck with it. Like I said, if you're used to something, you're happy with it, just stick with it, basically. So, yeah, I use this to do the finishing, cutting, polish on there, basically. So the other stuff is just a normal cleaner, and that's basically it. So let me turn the high bay off. Okay, there's the high bay. You sort of see how much of a difference there is. Let me turn the guy on. Okay, now check that out. All right, check that out. All right, they are just normal LEDs, and digital cameras do not like LEDs. I'll come closer for you guys to sort of see. Okay, have a sticky nose at that. All right, this guy is going to be impressed. All right, compared to for what I've put into it. You can sort of see it. That's all I've done now. So all underneath has been done with the flashing LEDs, okay? And they'd say, man, what about LEDs you use? Mate, I just stuck with one colour, okay? Just bring it fucking white, you know? I tried different colours, whatever. Correct me, if anyone wants to go their own way, go their own way. I'm happy with this. Because, mate, don't forget, these came out with condensing globes. Okay, so the condensing globe was just a white colour. So those the playful inserts, they're all coloured for that. Have a look. You know, they're just white. You know, everyone can go with whatever it is. I've stuck with what that is basically. You know, so I'm happy with that. Now, as I said, everyone can bag me, do whatever. I don't care. I don't get insulted. I dish out my crap and this and that. So, hang on. Oh. I had to replace the trim on this playfield. I had to replace this trim on the playfield. Okay, you know today was 40 degrees this morning, so I had to replace the trim because it was broken. All right, so now have a look at this, okay? Let me get the camera out. Remember, oh, see how it's glaring at because it's the LEDs. Okay, let me get rid of that. Let me turn it off. Okay, let me turn it off. So remember, if you have a look at my other video, had all this brown shit up here. It wasn't shit, okay? What it is, it's the condensing globe, the heat rising up over time, basically. So it's rising up and had this these brown smears everywhere, you know, it's like shit hit the blanket. But, so I had to remove them all out, put a bit of elbow grease in, and remove it. I haven't put another globe here because this lamp holder is, two lamp holders are fucked. So, and this stuff here, I don't know what this stain is. It looks like a bit of yum chart being thrown on there. Okay, or a bit of Coke, who knows. But yeah, it's cleaned up really well. His back glass, it's got a bit of stain inside. And I've been trying to find another NOS an original back glass. I'm still looking for one because it's a bit shitty and it's faded, but the rest of the back box, I haven't done nothing to his back box. It's still original. Come on, tightening it up. I haven't done anything to it. It's still original from the other day, from my other video. I haven't touched it yet, basically. So I'm just trying to work out what bits to get for the guy. But yeah, I'm not happy with this. Plus the I think his back glass is sort of faded. The yellow is faded. I keep looking at it every time I walk by it. It's faded. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's sort of faded because all yellow's faded. Because if you have an Indiana Jones or whatever, you'll see that Indiana Jones is prone of fading of yellow. So, don't know yet. I'm sort of humming and bumming over this. You know which way to go about it. To tell you the truth. So yeah, so that's basically it. So that's as far as I got with this guy's pinball machine. As I said, it does take time. If you put that time and effort and a bit of research and that, but yeah, this stuff here, like I said to you before, I won't be able to remove it because the timber has been burnt from the condensing globe has heated the timber. because anyway, every game has got a date code. You'll see them. Okay, if you ever get a playfield in a reproduction, it'll never have a date code or galley written on there, especially the reproduction Bally and Williams stuff that they're reproducing. And all their late model ones have got the same. You'll see that it won't have the real McCoy. These are real McCoys, you know. But yeah, this guy will come up really well, like I said to you when I started. See? Yeah, have a look at it. So that was all blacked up, all this shit, you know. So I've cleaned all this area for this video. But as I said, it's hard to come up with what you talk about. But as I said, a passion, you don't look at the time and effort into it. But the end result is this game will play really awesome. So, you know, again, guys, thanks for watching this video. As I said, it's always hard to come up with stuff to talk about. And as I said, keep watching. You know, enjoy pinball. Video games is a passion. Thanks for watching again.